Hello, my name is Mobie, and this is a story about Femi the Fox, a pot of Jollof by Jeanette Kwakye. It was another hot day in the village, and Femi the Fox was hungry. He was always hungry. His tummy rumbled as he walked through the market looking for food. I would love a hot pot of jollof rice, he said to himself. He walked past stalls that were selling colorful clothes, pots, and jewelry. He saw the children eating bread and fruit, but no one offered Femi some food. "Oh," cried Femi. "Why don't anyone give me something to eat? I'm so hungry." Femi went to look for his friend Sola, the squirrel.
Hello, Femi. How are you?
She asked. "Sola, I am so hungry, and no one in the market will offer me anything to eat," he replied.
That's because you are always causing trouble,
said Sola. Suddenly, Femi had an idea. "Sola, I know what we can do," he cried. "Let's go and see Olu, the owl. He is wise. He will tell us where to find food." Sola shook her head.
Olu doesn't like to be disturbed in the daytime. Why don't you just wait?
"I can't wait. Let's go," said Femi as he ran off into the village. Olu was fast asleep in his tree house when Femi knocked on the door.
I'm not sure about this,
whispered Sola, but Femi knocked on the door even louder. Olu finally opened the door. "Femi, what do you want?" he shouted. "I'm so hungry, and no one in the market will feed me. Please help me find food," begged Femi. "No, I do not help troublemakers," said Olu. "Please, I promise I will be good if you help Sola and I find some food," cried Femi. Olu told them that the big Oba was having a party in the palace that afternoon, where there will be lots of food. "Femi, if you are patient, the young prince will bring food to the market. You should just wait," said Olu. "I can't wait. Let's go," said Femi. Before Olu could finish, Femi was running towards the palace. Femi and Sola arrived at the palace. They could smell delicious food coming from the kitchen. Everyone in the village knew that the big Oba loved food. So did his son, Prince Kayode. Femi and Sola had to be very careful creeping around the palace. Otherwise, they would end up in big trouble. So they crept past the aunties and headed towards the kitchen. Femi and Sola could not believe their luck. They saw sweet yams, stew, plantains, and a big pot of jollof. Femi's mouth was watering. Jollof rice was his favorite food.
This isn't a good idea. What happens if we get caught?
Sola whispered. Don't worry, no one will see us, said Femi. Femi slowly picked up the pot of jollof rice and crept away from the kitchen. But as soon as he turned the corner, there stood Prince Coyote and Chidi the cat. They had been caught red-handed stealing the pot of jollof rice. Femi dropped the pot of jollof rice all over the floor in shock. Sola hid behind him and Prince Coyote began to laugh. Why are you laughing? Asked Femi. Are you going to tell your father? No, I won't tell my father, said the prince. He could not stop laughing. Femi, you are always getting yourself in trouble. Prince Coyote began to explain. The jollof rice you have dropped was for the animals in the market. I was going to bring the pot later. Now look what you have done. Femi covered his face with his hands. Now none of the animals will be able to eat it. You should have just waited for me, said the prince.
See, Femi, Oludu Owl told you to wait for the prince,
said Sola. Sola was very angry with Femi. He was always getting her in trouble. But Prince Coyote had an idea. Femi, why don't you learn how to make jollof rice? I can give you an easy recipe to try. Then you will never be hungry. It takes a bit of patience and practice, but I am sure Sola can help you, said the prince. Prince Coyote said, my father always tells me, good things come to those who wait. I hope you learn a lesson from this, Femi. And with that, he gave Femi the jollof rice recipe and went back to the palace with Chidi the cat. Femi sighed and began to walk back to the market. He was still hungry. Thank you for listening, and I hope you continue to enjoy reading.